It's been a historic season at UBC Okanagan. Welcome to Heating Up on Shaw. I'm Ryan Waters. UBC Okanagan soccer team's competing at the Canada West level for the first time ever. Kirsten Dodds from the female team, Austin Jones from the male team joining us. Let's talk about the differences, the main differences between Canada West, the top university league, compared to Pac West where you were.
So this year for us, obviously we expected the physicality and the speed and the size of the other teams to increase, and it did. But for us, it was also a different change mentally because I think of the last 4 seasons, we've already lost more games this season than we did in those 4 combined. So it was a different mindset going forward and different expectations, but there's still lots of positives to take out of it.
Other than the record, do you feel you've catapulted over that mentality state?
Yeah, I think that some games we didn't quite reach our capabilities. There were a couple that we should have got the win, so we're still looking for that first win. But
Austin, for the men's team, main differences, because you guys have a chance at a playoff spot pretty soon here, but we'll talk about that in a second.
It's a lot more physical for sure, and we pace the games a lot faster, but we kind of expected that going in. We try to play a quick game, and during the summer we play against these guys a lot too, so we're really familiar with each other, especially with all the guys from Vancouver on our team, so it's not like we haven't seen these guys before, so it wasn't as big of a jump as I honestly thought it was going to be. Because other than the physicality of it, which is different because it's a different style of soccer in CIS compared to Pac West, but I think we adjusted quite well considering it's our first year.
So you were surprised at the speed of the game?
I was, yeah. Pac West was a little slower, especially some of the weaker teams too weren't really up to, I don't know, CIS level for sure. So it's just, I think the overall level at CIS is definitely a lot higher, but it wasn't as big of a jump, I would say.
Did you ever expect, in your first year at Canada West, you're fighting for a playoff spot? Did that ever come into your mind?
Well, that was always the goal going into the season. We always set high expectations for ourselves, but I think we are surprised going into the last weekend against TRU that, with a couple more points that we can seal a playoff spot. So that's just kind of take it one game at a time. We don't want to look too far ahead.
You both have Thanksgiving weekend off. You have a home and home with TRU. You know TRU quite well.
We know them very well.
So are bragging rights on the line here?
Yeah, our history with them, definitely we want to get 2 wins out of this weekend coming up. And so we expect to do that.
You mentioned game at a time, a chance for a postseason berth. So this is a big weekend against TRU.
Well, I got a lot of good buddies on the team, just being local. And I actually played for the Kamloops summer team this past summer just because it was the highest level for the Okanagan. So a lot of those guys are friends of mine. I play with them all summer. So definitely bragging rights, especially with them not doing so well. They're going to want to knock us out of playoffs just for the spite of it, just because they don't want us to make it. So it's definitely a lot on the line this weekend.
Good luck the rest of the way. The TRU, the UBC Okanagan Heat will wrap things up next weekend with a home and home. For more information, log on to goheat.ca. For Heating Up here on Shaw, I'm Ryan Waters.